Welcome to another episode of Would a Panther Kill a Raccoon in the Wild?
Season 2. The show we still haven't pitched to TV.
The podcast game show where two friends argue about the third's most burning and sometimes pointless questions in order to get a much-needed point in our season-long contest.
In some rounds, the two answerers don't always get to choose which side of an argument they're fighting for, which leads to some quick thinking and often has them mainly persuading themselves, but more importantly, the questioner to believe in what they say.
In other rounds, the answerers get a more open question where they can be far more creative with their choices, but they only get a short amount of time, and whatever they say first, they must stick with. No takebacks.
Our special round this season is Reversal. The questioner will pose an open question, but the answerers will be choosing each other's answers. Ideally something they really hate or know very little about, which will lead to some very creative thinking.
That's the game.
Good job, Dan.
Was that you?
No, what was that?
Was that the dog?
That wasn't me.
Was that? Right.
Well, that would have been a good entrance for me if it was me.
Right. Well, welcome to. Welcome.
I'm at the dog end as well. You invited me here. 2 seconds and the dog's just farted on me.
I forgot to mention my dog farts like a human. It's amazing.
That's like, where are the butt cheeks? Because
Yeah.
that was a cheek flapper.
Yeah. I didn't even know dogs could do that.
Right. Serious intro now. Serious intro now.
Sort of blown my mind a bit.
Serious faces. Serious faces.
It's not going to happen. Right, yeah, you giving up. Good.
Right.
I'll just fart and fuck off now.
Literally.
Don't come over to me. Don't look at me like it was my fault. Right. Welcome to another episode of Would a Panther Kill a Raccoon in the Wild. Once again, we are here as a special episode, but I think this might be the specialist episode that we've ever had.
It's a word, but it's not the one you're thinking of.
No, the most special episode that we've done, because we've actually got a guest with us that isn't just a mate from football.
Hey.
He's a mate already.
Hey.
So, obviously, I'm Thick Jim.
I'm Captain Kirk.
I'm Smokey D.
Oh, and I'm Sam Risley. Hi.
Yes, so we'd like to welcome Sam Risley, who's from the Option One podcast.
Hey.
Nice to meet you, Sam.
Yeah, how you doing? Oh, good. It's good to be here.
Good.
Warm, right?
Yeah, a bit hot today.
Yeah,
a bit hot
so-
today, but it's all right. We'll power through it.
So, I mean, where are we? I'd expect to see this released probably mid-August, late August.
That's cool.
And we are currently recording to once again ruin the live fantasy that everyone seems to have of us recording and then releasing immediately. It's the 10th of June, and guess what? It's fucking hot.
Oh, yeah.
We're currently in Bulkington, which, yeah, Google it if you're interested, but it's 27 degrees.
I had to Google it to get it.
Yes. It's 27 degrees outside, which means that in here it's probably like 3 million. But you know, audio has to come first. So there's no fans, there's no air conditioning, there's no open doors. I'm already sweating, so I'm probably going to get very grumpy in this episode.
Yes.
Yeah, sort
Points.
yourself out, Kirk. Do something about this.
Kurt, just change the weather, fuck's sake. Right, so Sam,
Hi.
tell us a bit about yourself to start with.
Okay, so I guess what's most relevant, I'm a studio manager at Babe Station. If people don't know what Babe Station is, it's that channel that you flick too high on Freeview and Sky. You either did it by accident or you were meant to find it the whole time. And basically I started as a producer. I've been there for about 8 or 9 years, and I started just filming the girls and stuff like that and taking sex calls. Not me personally taking
I was
sex
going
calls.
to say, because no offense,
That's a con and a half.
I was going to say you have a pleasant enough voice.
Thanks.
But I'd be a bit disappointed if I was paying £3.50 a minute.
Yeah.
And it was like, all right, mate, how's it going?
Well, you know.
You're speaking to Naomi.
All right, son, how's it going? Do you know what I mean? No.
Yeah, I've got giant tits.
Well, true, but, you know, I can't. But, so I've worked there for quite a while, and we've just started up a podcast called the Option One Podcast. Essentially, it started from the idea of Babe Station, but we're going to wrap up season 1, and then season 2, we're going to start doing, well, the idea is not safe for work content creators, which sounds more technical than it is. Basically girls with OnlyFans and stuff like that. So we're getting more guests in from outside of Babe Station.
Okay, that's cool.
And obviously you got to start where you start. And obviously, because I work at Babe Station, I'm a studio manager there, I can say, hey, come on, be a mate and come on this podcast. You've got loads of followers. But yeah, we're on YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Music. Right, that's the fun. Let's play the game now.
Yeah, well, I was
That's the boring bit.
I was just going to say that I've listened to some episodes,
Oh, thanks.
and I think I've listened to about 4 or 5 of them, and
Yeah.
it's really interesting concept actually.
Yeah.
I don't know if you boys have had much time to listen
Yeah, I
to
listened
any
to one or two, yeah.
but because it's quite interesting as well, because we've been explaining it a bit as well, because we're like talking to our mates like, oh, we've got a guy from Babe Station coming in to guest star. I'm like, Babe Station? You're like,
Is that still
wait, guy?
Yeah. Give me on the next season. I'll bring a girl down, guys.
But it's like it's a really cool concept as well, because like I think immediately a lot of people almost imagine it to be a little bit like, I don't want to use the word sordid, but
Yeah, no,
it's
go for it. No, I
it's
understand.
Quite, like people, when you try and explain it to somebody, it's like, everyone's like, oh, that's a bit, and then I go, no, actually, when you listen to it, it's really interesting, because you get to hear some like really quite unique perspectives on the industry. And like I was just listening to your most recent one about how like, and the girls were talking about how like during the pandemic, everyone seemed to think OnlyFans was like, I'll become a millionaire overnight.
Yeah.
And then how it's actually negatively affected the workers of the industry as well as the people that were doing it.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, you don't like, it's a really like, that's what I mean. It's really informative in the sense of you don't like, you kind of get to understand the rationale and the mentality behind these things, as well as like just learn a bit more about what goes on in the background, as opposed to the bit that everyone pays for.
Yeah, I mean, so for us at Babe Station, obviously, the flagship, the idea is TV. So I think most guys in the UK know what Babe Station is, and it's sort of like a comedy culture thing. Do you know what I mean? It's a funny thing that kind of makes sense. But in the real world, like, we have a big cam inside. So obviously, like, live streaming and camming is like the biggest part that we have on it. And we've sort of adapted to it. Camming probably came a little bit first, and then we kind of jumped on, and with, like, you've got Pornhub and stuff like that. I do understand what people think, and I do understand the concept of like, well, why am I gonna cam with a girl when I can go and watch Pornhub for free? And I totally understand that, but I think it's more like the interaction, and that kind of makes sense for people with OnlyFans, because you sign up to a girl who's on OnlyFans, and you've got contact with her. They can send videos and messages and stuff like that. So OnlyFans is kind of started to make it with like you said, with COVID and stuff like that. It's kind of made the adult industry or the sex industry, but we work in glamour as well. It's not only just the porn side of things, but it's all the way up to glamour, because we just do like shoots and stuff like that. So it's a wide range of girls, but I think it's just becoming more and more, I don't know if the word's acceptable, but like, more acceptable
in the conscious,
exactly,
the society's consciousness, isn't
and it helps out that Cardi B's got a OnlyFans, or whoever's got an OnlyFans, or I don't know, it seems like everyone's got an OnlyFans now, but
should we have an OnlyFans?
What? Yeah, I'll set you one up. I mean, I want to do one as well. Yeah. I mean, it's a lot of work though. You got to message them all the time.
Dan's got size 12 feet.
That's my biggest worry about that kind of career.
Dan's got size 12 feet, and I know in your latest episode it explicitly said it starts off as feet and it doesn't stay as feet. But like those feet are about 3 photos to get 1 foot, so it'll take us 3 times as long.
Yeah,
it'll take us 3 times as long to
That's it, and you can do like a slowly appearing photo. Pay more to see the rest of the foot.
like on dial-up internet where it
that's
loads
it. That's
line
it.
by line.
That porn's lost now, isn't it? When you try to get a picture for ages and it slowly comes down, it's like, I'm nearly there. I'm nearly at the boobs.
And then your mum and dad came home.
That's it.
And obviously it was the family computer in the dining room, wasn't it? It was never like. Maybe I'm
doing homework.
And back then the screen made a horrible noise when you turned it off.
Yeah.
So you couldn't even feel like a little subtle thing. It's the massive spring inside.
That's it.
But that was the time where computers had turbo buttons.
Yeah.
Remember turbo buttons on computers that actually made them slower?
So stupid.
Okay, well, we're mixing up our format compared to our usual guest episodes, where normally one of us lovely lads hosts and we put our guest in the hot seat. And we're actually gonna do a 4-way round robin. And but instead of picking a individual winner each question, we're going to pick the order in which we like our answers. 3 points for the top one, 2 points for the second best, and then only 1 point for the worst, which will be Dan's.
And as always, we're only playing for pride.
Yeah,
We're playing for pride.
We're only playing for pride, but if Sam wins, he gets an automatic pass into season 3
Gets in.
to come back.
Great.
Or win.
So
He can be our first Patreon guy.
Who's in the lead in general at the moment?
I'm
Yeah.
in the lead so season 2, episode 6 dropped yesterday,
Mm-hmm.
and as at the minute I'm in the lead, but I'm fully expecting to throw that away come the end of the season.
But by the time people listen to this one, it'll be way after the final.
Yes, yeah.
So just to explain to fans that we haven't actually filmed the final, that's in an hour's time.
Yeah.
After this. Yeah.
So if we'd have planned it properly, we'd have done the final first, and then could have had you in as a tiebreaker if we needed it. But
Oh, sorry.
but
That's
we don't plan that far ahead.
No.
I've got to be perfectly honest. Like, Dan obviously interacted with you and set all this up. I forgot until Wednesday.
Considering you asked me today, like, what episode are we doing?
This is a common occurrence as well. And don't
It
act
is.
like you knew straight away, because I was like, "Are you sure it's not 11?" You were like,
Well, you gaslit me into.
Well,
So-
hopefully I can
so-
gaslight you to give me some points. Right. Who do we want to go first? I think we should let season 1 reigning champion Smokey D kick us off.
Okay, so we like animals on this show.
Yeah, we do.
It's in the title.
Yeah,
Ask
dog fired
questions.
at the start. We're still here.
I'm going to boost that.
Base boost.
It's going to be like, why
You don't need to base boost it.
It's true. It's going to sound like there's a fucking earthquake.
When cruise ship pulling up. Right. So I'm going to ask each of you to pick 3 animals of your choice, and then I'm going to tell you what's coming after that you have to then
Jesus Christ.
sort them into a category, essentially.
Are they robbing a bank again?
No.
So,
Pick 3 animals that you would like,
Do
that
they-
you don't like.
is
whatever
there
you-
like, is there any categories? Like, do we have to?
You're going to be... There's like... One of them's going to do one thing, one of them's going to do another.
Yeah, but like what I'm saying is like, there's not like, we don't need a fish.
No, you don't need
No.
a fish. You
Right,
can have...
okay.
There could be
All
3
the
animals
elements.
if you want
You can
to.
get elements. Water.
Yeah,
I might do that anyway.
You can have bugs and stuff if you like.
Okay.
Nice.
Don't pick
Free
like,
reign.
don't pick
Okay.
like bacteria. Like that's not real.
Okay.
Okay. I think bacteria is real, but
I mean, you know what I mean.
Breaking news: Smokey D doesn't believe in germs. Like, he's there coughing up, and the doctor's like, "Here's some antibiotics." He's like, "No, they're not real." Do Pokemon count?
No,
I was thinking the
you
same
can't
thing.
have Pokemon.
But yeah, no. I've got
Real existing animals. You can't have extinct stuff.
Oh,
are we telling you now?
Write them down, have
Oh,
what you
okay,
want, and
okay.
then I'll tell you what the categories are, and then you can sort. You'll tell me your animals so you don't change them,
Right, okay.
but then I'll tell you the categories.
I haven't done any sort of strategy for this. I just picked the first 3 animals that I've got.
It's hard to when I don't tell you.
Exactly. That's
half
not
the
what I could go
question.
for.
Yeah.
right. Okay.
Is the strategy just go for like an array of animals?
Yeah.
I've just gone with
and hope
literally.
that something fits.
I've just literally gone with the first 3 that fit in my head.
Yeah, I think- Yeah. Yeah. All right.
Are we allowed duplicates? Like, if
No,
Oh,
I mean if you pick the
army
same
of
one,
pigs.
it's fine.
if we
Yeah,
both
we've got
pick-
the same one. Yeah.
Yeah, because then you might put them in a different category for them.
Right, okay.
Ah.
So we'll start. Sam, what's your animals?
I got an elephant,
Nice,
a wolf,
nice.
and a snake.
Oof. What's yours?
Oof, doesn't make me feel confident. You know what the question is.
I've gone giraffe,
Yeah.
black widow spider,
Okay,
and a lemur.
nice.
Okay. So I had a zebra,
Mm.
a bald eagle, and a wolf. I'm going to change the wolf because Sam's got one to a sloth.
Okay, so now
It's kind of the same one.
They give off the same energy.
That's it. That's it.
so within your 3 animals, you have to fight one, you have to eat one,
Oh,
and you have to keep one as a pet.
Right. So for me, the zebra's a pet because people already keep horses, right?
Mm.
It's expensive, but it's doable. I have eaten zebra before. Can I eat actually, I'm going to eat the zebra because I've eaten zebra before. Let me tell you.
you've eaten zebra before?
Yeah.
When?
Believe it or not, in Coventry.
Are you sure it was zebra?
Well, they claim
Town
it was
of
You can't
elephants.
name the establishment.
no, it was a little village pub on the edge of Coventry, and it was during the black stone trend. You know, where it was like you cooked your own meat
Oh,
on
yeah.
an
yeah.
oven stone that
Hmm.
comes out, and it was like they were like, oh, we've got this exotic, like it was like a festival thing, and it was like all these black stones, and you could pick different animals that you wouldn't normally get hold of, and I almost did the exact opposite of what I think a normal person would do, which is I went, horse is like lean beef, so zebra must be like stripy horse.
Stripy beef.
So I was like, so it'll just be, but it was,
How do stripes taste?
it was,
Yeah.
it was, I tell you what, right? Zebra
Eyes lights up. I see
is
you are.
banging. It's banging. So
Yeah.
it was like, honestly, imagine the leanest steak you've ever had, like no fat, all just pure meat, proper like melt in the mouth. Oh, it was gorgeous, gorgeous. So I'm eating zebra.
But was the meat actually striped? Like, because obviously
No.
it's not just the fur that stripes; it's the skin as well. It's striped on a zebra.
No.
No?
It looked like a normal steak. Like,
Okay.
for all I know, it was probably horse, but like realistically, horses and zebras can mate, so they're not that far apart. You can have a Zorse or a Hebra.
Oh, nice.
Mm.
We should have picked one of those.
Yeah, or a liger or a
Yeah.
tiger.
Yeah.
What were the other two? Fight one. I'm
Fight
gonna
one.
fight. I'm gonna fight the sloth.
Fair.
I feel like.
Yeah. Kick it to the moon.
So here's interesting fact about sloth. Right, interesting. I in fact no. I'm already explaining my argument before these guys have gone. So and then I'll keep the bald eagle as a pet.
Nice.
To me, I'm gonna fight the lemur.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Like James, I'll explain later. I'm gonna eat the black widow,
Right.
and I'm gonna keep the giraffe as a pet.
Okay.
I feel like giraffe would taste pretty nice.
Hmm.
Also, Kirk, if you're a veggie, are you eating the black widow because bugs don't really count?
It's a factor. Like it's
Okay.
like I still probably wouldn't. But if I had to eat one
I
of
feel
them,
like I
that's
didn't
the
plan this
least.
question out, but also screw you.
Go on, then, Sam.
Oh. I've got to fight either an elephant, a wolf, or a snake. Well, I've got to fight a snake, surely.
Snakes aren't very good at boxing, to be fair.
That's true.
Like
I
if,
assume-
I didn't realize there was a ref involved.
if it's a regulation fight, you might get
That's
away.
it. That's it. Where's his gloves? Okay, I'm fighting a snake. Oh, that means I've got a wolf or an elephant as a pet. I don't know. I guess eat an elephant because then you got a meal for ages. And
Yeah,
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 true.
that's
Yeah.
very
yeah,
true.
that makes sense. And then I got a pet wolf. I don't know how that's going to go down. Closest to a dog.
I mean,
Yeah,
someone has
maybe
to make a
it's-
wolf a pet
Yeah.
first, right?
Yeah.
We'll
Someone has
assume
to
your
do it.
pets are domesticated.
Okay.
Oh,
I'll allow
okay,
that.
cool.
You're not going to be like fighting off a wolf in your bedroom.
Oh, I'd much rather have a
Okay.
wolf in my room. Like,
Okay, so as I said, zebra, tasty,
Mhm.
easily done. Throw some steak cut chips and a bit of peppercorn sauce on it. Forget about it. Right. The sloth. Now that's the interesting one. Did you know that their metabolism is so bad, right? If they eat too much, they can die from using too much energy to digest their food to then get the energy. So essentially they can put
I've never
themselves
related so much to an animal.
so they can put themselves in such a calorie deficit from energy to digest their food that they then die from that. And you know, the only time they leave a tree is to shit. They crawl down a tree to the bottom to shit.
it's not unlike my
Polite.
life, to be fair.
Yeah. So basically,
Like, not in a tree, but I'll only leave my workstation or my room to go for a shit.
and that's basically what they do is they sleep and eat in the same spot their entire lives, pretty much. Crawl down the bottom of the tree to go for a shit, crawl back up. And if they eat too much, they'll die because they were too full.
I like that my favorite sloth fact is that predators leave them alone because they think they're not worth it.
So
I think it's so pathetic that they go, do you know what?
That's it. Are you willing to fight something so pathetic?
well, don't get me wrong, they've got gnarly claws.
Yeah,
Like, if one wanted to take a swing, it would do some damage.
Yeah.
But realistically, by the time it's taken that swing, I've walked to the other side of it and booted it.
But then, look at his little face. Can you punch that?
Now, they are very
Right.
cute. They are very cute. But if it's a life or death scenario, I think,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what scenario would be required.
The one that Dan's invented, of course.
You're shut in a 4x4 meter room.
And like Jigsaw's there, like, if you want to escape, you've got to beat the shit out of that sloth.
Only the one who's alive at the end gets to leave.
Here's a bunch of eucalyptus leaves.
Sounds like a good movie. I want to know what Sloth did that was so bad.
I want to know why it suddenly turned into a koala. As well.
I couldn't remember what particular leaves sloth eat. Like, there's another one. You know, koalas, right? Side fact, sorry, we've already gone on a tangent. Koalas, 95% of the population of koalas have chlamydia.
Mm.
And
Dirty bastard.
eucalyptus is poisonous, so it gives them the shits, but it's also the only thing that they eat.
Mm.
So tell me how those creatures are still alive. And I'm also confused as to whether who fucked a koala to start the koala chlamydia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, because at some point, either koalas already had chlamydia and someone fucked a koala and got chlamydia and then spread it, or at some point somebody fucked a koala and gave it chlamydia.
True. Yeah, it's all true.
Sorry, total.
I'd also like to know if koalas have a consciousness of that they're called bears and use it against other animals as like a gang sign. They don't fuck with me, but fucking bear.
The Wolverines are there like, fuck's sake.
I'm part of the family, man. I'll bring them down.
No, koala's way too stupid for that.
Also, koalas aren't in Dudley Zoo, so. I don't know if you heard that story in a previous episode about we went to Dudley Zoo and
All right.
they had a sign on the Wolverine den that said, "Not the Wolverines aren't bears."
Oh.
You could literally say that about everything here.
It was a fun fact. This is not
Yeah,
a bear.
yeah.
Well, neither is anything else.
We've established because they're salty because they really want a bear.
One day we'll get a bear.
Fun fact: we would like a bear, please. The Council of Bears.
Just asking the general public, has anyone got a bear?
Right. Okay. Who's going next? I think I've explained why I've won.
Any
Okay.
takers?
Okay, I'll give it a go. So, elephant, you got a lot to eat.
Mm.
It's a meal for, I don't know, probably a good month, I'd say.
But it's quite tough, though. Isn't
Yeah.
It?
Yeah,
That
top
elephant.
Maybe, but
Do you have to kill it in order to eat it, or is it just like ready made?
That's a good rack of ribs, isn't it? Well, sorry, I
Gee.
completely ignored the question. No, it's dead.
Okay.
it's dead. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, so good rack of ribs. Sorted.
It comes pre-packaged.
But like, what am I going to have tonight? Today? Oh well, we've got elephant legs.
Yeah, so you don't have
On
Yeah.
a stick.
So you don't have to
For the
deal-
week.
Yeah,
You'd have to deal with all the nasty bits, the skinning and the
Okay.
that's right. Because I imagine elephant skin's a bit of a bastard.
yeah.
And I think if I was to fight a snake, I guess I'm going to go, all feet first. Just constant. I'm not going to try and tackle it with my hands.
2 foot tackle.
2 foot tackle. I'm going for the stamp. I'm going for the stamp. And that just makes sense to me. Whether it will work or not, I think it'll be fine.
What kind of snake is it?
I mean, just I don't know. I don't know my snakes. Bog standard,
Bog standard
bog
snake.
standard, normal snake.
Just a
It's not
corn
nothing.
snake.
Yeah, it's not.
It could be a corn snake.
It's not one from Kill Bill. It's not. It's nothing like that. It's
not
It's not.
Anaconda or a
No.
constrictor.
Well, lucky for you, here's a corn snake I prepared.
How did you know? And then
And
obviously,
does have one.
I actually have one.
and
It's
then
blind.
I'll fight him.
Hey, there's no handicaps.
And then a pet wolf. I mean, that's pretty cool.
That is
And then I'll
funny.
just be the guy. Oh, that Sam guy. Sam with the wolf. Yeah. That's cool.
Wolfie,
Okay. Yeah.
Wolfie Sam.
Wolfie Sam.
Wolfie's hand.
Sam Wolfman. There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could dress him
You're
up in
funny.
outfits, like
Badass,
make him
man.
Teen Wolf.
That's true.
You could
Give
go
him a little
to
basketball hoop.
you could go to Comic-Con as both Link as Link form and Link as Wolf form in Twilight Princess.
Yeah.
What a win that is.
I
Very
wish I
niche.
knew what that reference
Or
was.
you could go as what's his-
Twilight.
Taylor Lautner.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. You could. I mean, you could go as the
Jacob.
you could go as
Thanks, guys.
Cedric. You could go as Cedric Diggory, and
Yeah.
you can have Wolf Boy with him.
That's it.
Cedric Diggory was in Twilight.
He is, but he's not called Cedric Diggory in it, is he?
That's what I was thinking.
That's very confusing when you start talking about characters in different movies.
Sorry, you can go as
Edward Cullen.
Batman.
Edward Cullen,
But it made more sense to go as Jacob.
but no, because then you got the wolf.
Do I
the
have
wolf
to go
is-
to Comic Con?
It's the hidden part of this question.
Yeah. No, the second part is what costume do you go with? Your pet?
Cool. I'm going with that.
Nice.
Easy. So I did mine like by process of elimination. So when you said I had to fight one or keep one as a pet, I did not want the spider for either.
You
Very-
scared of spiders? Good.
No, it's a very high chance of death, James.
Black
They're
Is
the
it
Widow-
most-
a Black
that-
Widow spider?
It's the most venomous
Stomp.
insect on the planet. So
No.
I don't really want to risk like trying to stomp it, missing it, getting a nice chunk in my leg, and going, "Oh, that's it. Then I'm dead."
Can I fact check that? Most venomous insect on the planet. Not an insect.
Dragonfly, not dragonfly. The other one.
Black Widow.
No.
No, it's an arachnid.
Arachnid. And
Okay.
There's more venomous ones. Also, isn't it? Is it venom or poison?
I'm learning so much today.
No, poison.
Poison is skin, isn't it?
Poison is if you eat it,
Mm.
and then venom is it. It's
Right, yeah.
So
So-
poison is if you bite. Poisonous is if you bite it. Venomous is if it bites you.
It's
Basically,
It's a very venomous creature.
yeah.
Brazilian
Right.
wandering spider is the most venomous
Yeah.
spider.
Okay, fine.
Is anyone-
It's still pretty damn bad.
Yeah.
People
right?
tried to eat that. I bet someone's tried to eat the spider.
I'm sure they have been because
They must
they're
have
not.
done.
They're probably not dangerous to eat because the venom has to be like, activated, doesn't it? It has to be done in a certain way.
Injected
Yeah,
into your bloodstream.
to be dangerous. So
Well-
you can probably still eat it and just avoid that bit. I don't know. Or just eat its leg.
You fry
I
it
don't know.
up, it'll be fine.
Yeah.
So I didn't really want to like risk.
Bit of oil, that'll be fine.
He gets cookies, fine.
That's it.
Microwave.
Microwave. Yeah. Always destroys bacteria.
Or
Or poison.
So I've
Boil it.
actually just Googled can you eat a black widow?
Right.
If I Quora to the rescue, we love Quora, don't we?
Yeah, man.
It comes up with such random shit. If I accidentally swallowed a black widow, would the stomach acid overcome the poison? Is the question. The answer is, why the fuck are you asking this, you complete and utter monk? No, it's spiders have venom which must be injected to have an effect. Apparently, you could just as you could swallow a glass of snake venom without any toxic effects, unless you had a cut or something in your mouth. So because it's not going into your bloodstream,
Yeah.
it doesn't.
Oh.
So I find that the least harmful thing to do with this black widow spider is to not keep it as a pet, not fight it, just eat it.
Make sure you cook it, because if you try and eat it live, it bites your tongue.
Oh yeah,
You
no,
say it
but
was
you said
already
it was
dead.
already prepared.
Yeah.
So
So it's had the legs
No,
removed.
it's prepackaged. You have to cook it.
It's
To be
running
fair,
around in there.
generally speaking, when people eat insects, don't they serve them live?
They're literally served like
Sometimes.
Like, well, no, they like you
No,
buy them from
in-
the shop live.
you get them on
Oh, I
skewers.
see. Yeah. And then
They're
in,
like
like in
skewers.
India, they'll crisp up a scorpion.
They'll
Yeah.
cook them. But
Yeah.
I've still not ever brought myself. I think I accidentally ate one thing made of cricket flour once. But I've still not brought myself to like the idea of like just munching on a snail.
No, I think I'd rather eat like something crunchy than a snail.
Yeah, no, but even so, like, you know, if you had to eat a bug, what bug would you eat? There's not a lot that I would pick.
I think cricket would go down easiest.
You think the leg? I could imagine
Fried
choking
cricket.
on the leg.
I'll give it a go, I think. I like the idea. I mean, yeah. I guess if you're in France, you go and have a snail. You have a go, don't you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
And then never do it again because it's probably not going to be nice. Otherwise, they'll sell it everywhere. And it
There's-
probably tastes like chicken, like everything else.
there's
does.
got to be a particular bug that people have that like basically just seems like rice.
Mealworm.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
like, and it's just like just a bunch of them. You just have a spoonful. You're like,
your hummus.
tasty. Huh?
Dipped in
Hummus.
hummus.
You have tin hummus.
That probably wouldn't be that bad.
The
Probably that
hummus
bad.
would be. It's like if you cover it in Marmite, it's probably okay because Marmite is such a strong flavour.
But would you get a stick insect to make twiglets?
That was terrible.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. Anyway, I'm fighting a lemur because it's fun, right? If out of those animals, you have to fight something, it's just a bit boring to squish it. I want this thing to bounce around and look like it can box for a little while and then just kick it to death. It's a great game. Great game. Lemurs. Lemurs.
Depends.
I don't like the way lemurs, right? When you go and see them at the zoo, they're the gangsters of the fucking zoo. I hate them, right? I do not like them for the fact that they just do this all day. For the people listening at home, I'm doing like the spread eagle pose, and they sunbathe all day.
It's the look in his eyes that's really selling it, guys, for you at home. It's like there's a definite there's like a hatred mixed with a passion, but like a sexual passion.
I just see it as a very lazy attraction of, oh yeah, the lemurs probably won't hurt you, so you can go in with them. They do fuck all, and they're not interested in you, but they're there. So I'd like to fight one.
They're quick, though, aren't they? Quick. They're
quick.
They are quick. They're nippy.
Just imagine Kurt walking into Dudley Zoo's lemur walkthrough thing, kicking the fucking fence and being like, right, I'm sick of that fucking wanker, fucking always giving it the big one.
They're always going, do you want some? They're always after it.
You're not helping your case here if I'm giving the point. Lemurs are literally my favourite.
He's got a lemur on
I've
his
got a lemur
keyring.
keyring.
He's never said this.
No, I mean, he has got a lemur keyring.
Okay, but he's never said this.
I also got to give him, one of them like gift things where it's like pick a day to do something. In there was an option to do lemur feeding, and that was my choice.
I thought your favourite animal was capybara.
So there's tigers, capybaras, and lemurs. Depends what mood I'm in.
Just don't take me with you, man. Just don't take me with you.
Is he going to be there feeding them? He's going to be like, fucking dick.
I hope you choke on this radish. Bastard. Anyway, giraffe keepers a pet. They're pretty docile. They're pretty cool.
They stink though, don't they? Like, go to the giraffe enclosure at the zoo. I'm in there and I'm like,
Do you want to do that again? No, but with the hand action.
You should get on Sam's podcast.
Yeah, I see that.
I'll take an invite. I'll come.
Yeah.
Oh, you'll come, will you?
No,
that's-
time out, reset.
Sell.
Anyway, that's me. Black Widow, eat it. Lemur, fight one. Giraffe, I'll keep that as a pet.
Nice. You haven't explained your bald eagle, really.
Oh, well, think about it like, how people keep falcons as pets.
Mm.
Like, how cool would it be? Like, especially because I think falconry is like a proper true hobby, but also like there's got to be some falconry clubs where there's some proper anorak nerds that are way too into it. Imagine fucking kicking the door in with your leather glove and being like, check out this. And it's like literally the symbol of America, a bald eagle with 2 machine guns in his wings, like, ah. And you're like,
I think it would be really cool to have a bald eagle as a pet.
and I think it'd basically be like a parrot that can't talk.
Mm.
Like, it's like, how like when you go around someone's house and they have a parrot,
Annoying.
but it's like a focuser. It's like the focal point of the room, isn't
My
it?
nan had a parrot, and it just repeated everything he said, and it is funny for like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And then it's just like annoying. I'm kind of supporting you here, aren't I?
Yeah. Because the bald eagle don't talk, but it sits there and it's like, you'd be
Yeah.
like,
They scowl at you, though. Man.
imagine walking it, like, imagine you've just walked, Sam, you're the prime target for this, right? You've just walked into this house for the very first time.
Mhm.
So imagine you're like, oh, I'm going to do this podcast with these lads. I'm going to walk into the house, door swings open. I come in, sit down, and in the fucking corner on its perch is a giant bald eagle. Just
Yeah.
there like, sup?
That's cool. But what would be cooler if I walked in and there was a wolf on the side?
Yeah, farted on you though.
Oh yeah. True.
Be better if
Do
a
eagles
giraffe
fart?
just.
I don't think birds fart.
Do they not fart?
I think they just kind of shit.
And that's it.
Because birds don't piss either, do they?
Do they not?
It's
No, there's-
all in one.
It's just it's all in one hole, and that's why bird shit's white, because it's like not just shit. It's like
Milk.
no, it's not.
You said it was all in one. But what will also be cool is walking in the house and seeing this giraffe just poke its head through the window. That's pretty cool,
I
right?
just don't think it's practical having a giraffe. Where are you going to keep this giraffe here?
In the garden.
But also,
What?
you'd have to go upstairs to feed it.
Yeah, that's quite got a window up there. It's fine.
Like it wouldn't be like, oh, I need to feed Jeffrey. I'll just go out there and like, give him some. It's like you've got to go up the stairs, fucking probably onto a balcony,
No, I've got a pine tree outside. I'll just suspend like some food out of it, like they do at the zoo.
Till he eats all the pine trees as well.
I assume you're gonna have to take him out for a walk.
What is better than that? They know when you're coming, right? God, man, you could ride it.
How would you get up to it?
Ladder.
How would you get it to the ladder?
Well, get
Like-
some food near the food.
Like I think you'd have to invent some sort of giraffe dock. Where
I'll just jump out the window. Like,
Yeah,
hey,
yeah.
there you go.
Right,
I
but
hope there's a good landing.
Yeah.
What's first?
Hope it's there.
Just a balcony with a gate.
you'd also have to have a giraffe saddle.
Yeah.
I don't know anywhere that would sell that for you.
We know people that can make it.
Maybe.
It'll be all right.
I don't know anyone into leathercraft.
Do we know someone?
Sean will make it. He
out
makes
of
stuff.
wood.
He makes stuff, man. Like, it's
He
fine.
does woodwork.
Yeah. You not been on one of those camel rides where they got like the seats that just suspend off the camel? Just make one of those.
It's
For
a
a
giraffe, not a camel.
Yeah, but I'm saying, oh my God, it can be transferable.
You know, like the elephants in Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
You just got that big light.
Yeah, the mum that killed.
Multi-story.
I mean, it'd be pretty cool if you could do like kind of like, you know, Dino from the Flintstones, and you could like sit on the giraffe's head and then just slide down
yeah.
on its neck
All
onto
day.
the back and then ride it. That'd be pretty cool.
Not cool enough though, because I've made my decision.
Oh, that didn't sound very good, does it?
Kirk, unfortunately, you can't be fighting lemurs on my watch. So you're getting 1 point.
Yeah.
James, you're going to get in 2 points.
Oh,
It's personal, doesn't it? Hey!
3 points goes to Sam
Hey!
very nice.
because wolves are cool. Wolves.
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 And
Wolves.
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 yeah,
Cool, I'm happy with
elephant
that.
would feed me for a long time. Big rack of ribs. I think I convinced myself when I said that. Big old rack of ribs.
Big old rack of ribs.
My baby back, baby back, baby back.
Okay, so the current standings are Sam at 3,
Wait.
Kirk at 1,
Yeah.
me at 2, and Smokey D at 0.
Really weird order to do it,
Nice.
but sure.
Yeah, I just went round the room.
Yeah, okay.
So who's going next?
Want me to note down the point?
Yes, please. We need a point tracker.
I don't mind going next if
Yep.
yeah, I'm in the lead. Okay, I can give it a go. Okay, so context in this, you guys might have to think on your feet.
That's the game.
Oh yeah, that's the
Hey,
whole point
that's
of
my
what
line.
we're doing here. That makes sense. Yeah. I think I've got the concept now. So I've employed you all at Babe Station. Yeah, you're working there, and basically we try and make as much money as possible. Yeah, and you can do different things. So context of the Babe Station show, you can do anything from, you know, girl shows to shower shows to oil shows to different set to different that to different anything. Could you come up with a show for me that can make the most money?
This became a Babe Station marketing focus group real
that's
quick.
That's it. I need some ideas, guys. I need some ideas.
So do we have to be?
So you're producing the show.
Produce
So
it.
you're producing,
Produce it, not starring.
not starring.
Damn it.
You're producing the show. So you know, you can have as many girls as you want. You can have you can do anything from oil. You can have different sets from gym. You can have different locations. You can do anything you want.
Got it.
So okay, so it's all about interaction, right?
Yeah,
You
yeah.
Interact with these people
Yeah.
when you're whacking it off, right? To put it bluntly,
This
so
is
you
what I
know,
made.
have you seen in Disneyland, right? When they
Where
have-
we go with this?
Trust me, where they have them screens and they have like the characters come out, and then there's basically someone sat in a booth like talking, and they interact with the crowd.
Yeah,
That, but like sexy cartoons.
cartoons. So
Yeah.
anime.
Oh.
Angelina Jolie fish,
Angelina Jolie fish.
God.
Jessica Rabbit,
Okay.
Lola Bunny.
Okay.
We're having this discussion
King
earlier.
Triton.
King Triton, if that's what you're into.
But are
I
these,
like it.
you know, like you've seen those videos on like Omegle where they have like an animation that's following and tracking like motion captures, that kind of thing?
Yeah, that kind of
Okay,
So
cool.
you can interact with them like that,
Fine. Okay. And they can be anything you want them
and
to be.
you get to pick your
Betty Boop or whatever.
Betty
yeah.
Boop, if that's what you're into.
Sure.
Oh, okay. So you can choose and it changes it.
Yeah, you can choose your
Okay.
your animated character.
Okay.
Hmm.
Muck.
Fillmore from
Fillmore.
Cars.
I had someone.
Mrs. Incredible.
I had
Oh.
someone round the other week who listens to the podcast, and they said, "I just have to say to you before we do anything else, the muck love is ridiculous." And they said it exactly like that, and I was like, Oh yeah, you're right.
What is he, a lofty man?
I don't know. She was disappointed.
She's a lofty girl.
Probably.
Um,
Oh yeah, I think so.
Just doesn't get it. Doesn't understand.
Yeah, it doesn't understand that you need a dump truck. So my idea, I've got it now, and I'm going to jump in before Kirk steals it because it's so good. Babe Station is obviously a TV channel. We know that.
Yeah.
And it's way up there on the old Sky Virgin box. It's like the 900s.
Yeah, yeah.
Before you get to the 900s, you've obviously got the other ones, right? Like, think the shopping channel.
Yeah.
Sexy shopping channel.
Ah.
Right. So it's like, you starts off, it's the shopping channel. Your missus don't care. Like she thinks so. Just watching some lady sell scissors.
Then she's tired. She's got a headache.
Yeah, and then the scissors go away. She's like, great scissors, great. Boom. Sex toys.
Nice.
Boom. And and then it's like, maybe you could buy them if you're into it, pre-used. But like it's a separate revenue stream, right?
Yeah.
So not only are you doing the shows and you've got the girls there and they're doing their thing,
Yeah.
but also selling.
Okay.
And you could probably give them commission,
That's
which they'd
practical.
appreciate.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
And I think like you don't need much in terms of your existing setup. You don't really need. You need a desk,
Yeah.
like because it needs to be like a shopping channel type setup.
Mm.
And then like you can just have things like when they've sold out, they do like a striptease.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's it. That's
And
the
then-
reward to sell.
Yeah, like it's like right. We're going to sell these for like 50 quid each. We've got 10 left. Come on, guys!
Yeah.
And then some guy will come in. He'll spend 500 quid.
On all of them.
He'll buy 10 pairs of used
Get
socks, and then it's like woo, and all the sirens go, and
That's cool.
you're still charging you £3.50 a minute
That's
to,
it.
to
call
buy
up-
them.
Call up because they have to talk to her to buy it. Yeah.
So they're like, so why are you buying it then? Oh, well, I just think you're really pretty, and and who told you they were my socks? Because they're not. They're Sam's.
That's it.
But
Yeah. We could sell Babe Station Air, everything.
and you could also,
Nice.
and you could even
Bath
like
Bath-
yeah.
Where? Who got in trouble with that? Someone got in trouble with that, didn't they?
What's her
The
name?
face.
The-
Belle Delphine.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Because people got ill from it.
yeah, because they were drinking it.
Fucking
People are fucking weird. Sorry, but on top of that as well, you could even you can do merch
That's it.
because you can also be like, oh, if you buy 2, you'll get a free Babe Station T-shirt. And,
Yeah.
and then that encourages people more, and
Oh, I
then
quite like that.
the sexy shopping channel
Oh, you're
comes
so
live.
good there.
Who's going to wear a Babe Station t-shirt out in public?
There are people.
Oh, God.
And there are people who will wear it as a badge of honor as well. There are people who are like, you're going to see some bloke.
We do sell some merch,
Oh, there you go.
which is,
Wild.
yeah.
But you're going to see some bloke, and there's going to be some bloke who's on a stag do where it is like, I bought 10 pairs of pants at Babe Station T-shirt, and he's going to be there like, lads, and they're going to be like, lad.
Yeah, I
on
like
the studio tour.
Yeah.
The hats and
Yeah.
that. Studio tour. That's a good sell as well.
so annoyingly, James, that actually was one of my ideas. I've got a backup. I will quickly say that how similar mine was. I was going to partner with Ann Summers and
Ooh.
do
Like a
show off the
cross-brand.
lingerie at the same time while selling sex toys. So it's a very similar kind of thing.
Yeah.
But the other option, it's called Come and Have a Good Time,
Nice.
right?
Is it
And-
studio
Oh,
tours?
catchy.
No. Basically, you'll have your standard studio stuff happening at the same time, but you'll have cutaways where you'll have a Babe Station model who's gone to a location that you're in partnership with so you do a bit of selling each other. So they go to Alton Towers and they'll have a GoPro on the rides,
Yeah.
and then but the viewers once you hit a certain amount of money, the ride goes.
That's cool.
So if you go to Drayton Manor, you got Apocalypse, it's staying there
Yeah.
until you hit a certain amount of money, then it drops.
Yeah.
Then we get another model in, and up they go. And
Yeah.
it's all still sexy talk, still showing things off, but you control when the thrill
but
happens.
she's strapped into Storm Force 10 at the same time.
Exactly.
That's awesome. We'll pick the girl that really hates rides as well.
Yeah.
It'll convince her.
Precisely.
So what we're going to do...
But not only rides, but you can go anywhere and use the same business model.
You could do it at Pizza Hut.
Exactly.
That's true.
Like she'll be like the fucking chef's there. Like I've got like a XL pizza for you, but until 100 people buy, until 100 people call in, you've
And
got to
once-
starve.
And once that happens, a
Or they're
discount
just
code
lying on the
appears.
salad bar.
Covered in cellophane.
That's it.
But once you hit that number, a discount code appears. So
Ooh.
people can then go to Pizza Hut, go to Alton Towers, and do the come and have a good time deal and get 10%
Oh,
off.
that's
I
good.
just love it. And I love
thought
the
there.
idea of some bloke going, I've got Babe Station discount.
I've come to have a good time.
Come to have a good time.
You have to make it so it's like,
Here's your sign. Here's your signed calendar.
it's not it's not a voucher. It's not a voucher. It's a passphrase. So they have to go up to the till at like the fucking Chester Zoo and be like, I've come to have a good time. It's like 10% off for you, sir.
That's great.
I mean,
glad-
anyone can exploit that. You have to have a t-shirt.
That's it.
That's where the
You've got to have
t-shirt comes in.
you've got to have the right code that comes up when you've watched the show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've
Come
come
to have a good time.
10.
I'm glad you came. Okay. I like them all. I do like them all. I'm afraid the anime one, time was against your side there. You kind of took a bullet because you kind of went first. But the
I'll
thought
just live in my
process.
own dream.
We've just established what Dan's into.
Yeah.
So now I think you're last on that one. James. I'm going to go with Kirk because I've
Yeah,
never
no,
heard of that idea before. And that's such
well
a good
deserved,
concept.
well deserved,
Yeah,
well
yeah,
deserved.
Yeah, well
James.
deserved. Yeah, perfect. And then James your second. Yeah.
You're lucky he took your other one. 'cause-
Yeah, because that was better.
Yeah, true. Well, that's gonna be
Clearly,
on the
yeah.
outside,
So we
true.
got
Yeah.
So that means
And then I get to go to Alton Towers as well. So.
It's a win-win for the crew.
Win-win.
It's
Exactly.
great.
Exactly.
I've just looked at this. I've not put Kirk's name down. I've just given myself a point. Sam 3 and James 2 for the last one.
fuck you, Kirk.
Let me amend
Good
that.
job I've kept up as well.
So at the end of round 2, we have Sam still on 3.
Yep.
Kirk is now on 3.
I'm on 4.
4. Sorry,
You're on 4.
I'm on 4 and you're on
1.
1. Cool. Oof. This is I like this point system. Maybe we should install this in all of our guest shows.
All guest shows. Yeah.
Oh, this is
Everything to
interesting.
play for.
It's just maths is the problem.
Name of the episode.
Maths is a problem.
Maths is the problem.
Are you going next, Kirk?
Yeah, I can go
Let's
next.
Go around
I can
circle.
go next.
Okay, I don't know if mine's strong enough to end on, but yeah. Okay.
You need to give your dog a bath.
Oh, I do.
You're at the wrong end.
There's something. There's something sticky in the field. It's on my shoes too. I think it's like residue from something. Like from.
It's probably from like the what are they called? Plants.
Yeah,
It's not the word I was looking for.
think it is.
but
I think it is.
It's not the word I was
It's
looking
some
for.
kind of natural residue, is what it is. Okay, so I've got a really random one. I read this somewhere and I laughed out loud, so I couldn't help it. It's extremely open. You're going to choose. There's 2 things you can choose here. So the question is, if a celebrity of your choice could lay an egg, what would be inside and why? You get to choose the celeb. You get to choose what's inside the egg they've laid and why.
Jesus H Christ.
Is that your celebrity?
Yeah. And he could lay an egg to solve world hunger. No, I'm joking.
Okay.
Trying to think of any celebrity chickens.
I don't think that's the problem.
Chicken run.
Mm.
Okay.
Kirk, this is like what acid trip? Like, oh,
What? Are you go? What are you? How are you scoring? Like, I'm trying to work out.
What's funniest?
What's
Like,
funny? Okay.
So, firstly, the celebrity you choose will play a massive factor, and then has to connect to the reasons why.
Okay.
But I'm also going to laugh at the idea of that particular celebrity laying an egg. So,
I've picked my celebrity, but I don't know what they're laying.
okay.
It's Danny DeVito.
Danny DeVito's a good one. See, I've got one that's really dark, and I'm not going to go with it. I'm going to say Owen Wilson is my celebrity
Wow.
because he would lay an egg. Wow, wow,
We got 2 golden ones already.
wow,
Wow.
wow.
Every time.
Is
you
it
hear
just
him
one
say
egg,
it.
or is it?
Every time he lays an
egg,
egg, he goes, wow.
or is it like he can lay an egg on
It
command?
just says could lay an egg. So I guess up to you how frequent that is.
Multiple eggs. Okay.
I'm going to go with just because I think it would be funny to watch him lay an egg because it just do it different to everyone. I'm going to go Boris Johnson.
Right.
He's got a chicken vibe anyway.
Yes, very much so. And I will go, and I'm going to go on another side rant here. Today is the day after Boris Johnson has resigned as an MP. Okay?
Yeah.
So he's finally done it. He's finally accepted that he's a massive twat. But he's also blaming it on everybody else because that's what he's like. Did anyone see any of the news footage of him quitting?
No.
The man was trying to be interviewed, or they were trying to interview him on the news while he was going for a jog.
Oh.
I don't think Boris Johnson has ever gone for a jog in his life, but he quits as an MP and then goes for a jog in what looked like very short denim shorts and like an old school rugby top, long sleeve collar.
One of the lads.
Yeah, and he's just there running down the street, and they're all going, Mr. Johnson, why have you? He's like, no,
I'm on a run.
he's like, the fuck are you doing?
Right. It's tactics. He wants to go to the co-op, and he can't get there without being hounded. So if we go for a run, then it looks like a normal-ish reason to not be bothered.
You just say, fuck off, I'm going to the co-op. I'm not an MP. I'm not an MP anymore, therefore you have no reason to bother me.
That's a fair point, yeah. Fair shout. Nice. So Danny DeVito. Boris Johnson. I can't help but laugh. What was yours again?
Owen Wilson.
Owen Wilson. Wow.
Wow.
They're great. Okay, so what are they laying and why?
I think Owen would lay eggs that, when cracked open, were die-cast models of Lightning McQueen.
Okay. So he's got an endless amount of his own merch,
Yeah.
effectively.
That also, when they hatch, go, wow. Or ka-chow.
You pull them back, and then
so like, you just hear, wow, ka-chow.
Why is it I can imagine Owen Wilson hiding in a cupboard for some reason and just hearing, wow, ka-chow.
Wow, ka-chow. Wow, ka-chow.
how big's the egg? Do we choose?
It's up to you, man. Yeah.
A painful egg.
Obviously, it's got to be big enough to fit the thing inside.
Well,
I was just thinking chicken egg size. Are you about to go for like an ostrich?
yeah, just a small army of small Danny DeVitos in every egg, maybe like 5 to 10.
He literally clones himself.
Yeah, but they stay really small.
Can they also lay eggs?
No.
So suddenly a pyramid scheme.
Like somebody's just like, or next thing you know, it's just like, oh, what are you? Well, I collect Danny DeVitos. I've got at least one of every size of DeVito. Except the original.
Sidebar, I always wondered why Danny DeVito didn't pair up with Doritos and call them
Danny Doritos.
Danny Doritos, right?
Oh.
Anyway, that's a missed opportunity. Sam.
Boris is going to lay an egg of Conor McGregor, and then Conor McGregor is going to beat him. And we all get to watch it, televise it. I know physically it might not make sense.
I think,
but the pain that he has to go through from that, and then if he survives that, more pain.
Lays on the next day.
yeah, no,
Lays
you
on
know,
the next day.
you know what? I like it. I was going to say you could make it so Conor McGregor was like, what are they called? You know, the things that you throw in water and then they grow.
Yeah.
Like, they look like a little pill that you throw in, and then it's like a foam dinosaur at the end. Like, so you put Conor McGregor in the egg and then throw him in the bath, and he turns into full size.
That's it, full size Conor
Who then
McGregor.
gets out the bath is like, what the fuck?
I can also imagine.
Eating the shit out of
Where he's just angry at his father.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? For everything that he's done. He never wanted to be an egg.
How dare you put me in the bath?
I could also imagine him using it strategically in terms of a reporter comes up to him and says, "We know what you've done, Boris Johnson. You know none." And then gets beaten the shit out of anyway.
Yeah.
That's it.
Or just uses it to get out of awkward, like, you know, he's about to pay the bill at a restaurant and shits out a Conor McGregor who batters the fuck out.
Pops it in a glass on the table.
Next thing you know, he would have to be bollock naked. Conor McGregor just starts weighing
The
it.
science makes sense for that.
Yeah. Like, you don't lay it, you don't get
Like,
bald
you don't lay
with
clothes.
shorts.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's where the science makes sense.
Ka-chow.
Ka-chow. Wow, ka-chow.
Wow, ka-chow.
Good question.
It was a bit off the fucking wall. That's Kirk.
That's me, yeah, to be fair. That's actually really hard. So in my head, I'm trying to think of who's the funniest at laying an egg. And I would give that to Dan. Danny DeVito laying an egg. Nothing's funnier than that to me right now.
Danny DeVito also has the catchphrase from It's Always Sunny of, can I offer you a nice egg at this trying time?
Which just strengthens that point. I think in second place for laying, I think it would be Owen Wilson, just for the wow. Wow. But Boris Johnson's very close for that. Then I'm thinking about, what do they lay? I was a bit disappointed with the Lightning McQueen, I think.
Yeah, I feel like mine
Yeah.
was the weakest, but I
Bit
went
weak.
first.
Danny DeVito making more Danny DeVitos is genius.
What if I told you they can only live for a day and the only thing they can say is Magnum Dong?
I need some giant condoms for my Magnum dong.
But Boris Johnson laying something that completely inconveniences him is hilarious.
Can I ask with the Danny DeVito one? Are they all dressed up as his individual performing characters? Like, does some come out
Wherever
as
he's wearing
Oh,
at the
okay, so it's
time.
not like some come up as Matilda's dad or
No.
like,
Twins or...
yeah, or some come as the trash man.
Little animated Phil.
Yeah, you in animation, mate, you got a problem. Take a
That's
step
come
back.
out.
I just need to take this call.
Okay, I think I'm going to go Dan 3, Sam 2, James 1.
Ooh.
Okay, I'll take it. I'll take the L.
Yeah, you-
So what are the scores now? I've lost count. Maths.
Sam 5, Kirk 4, James 5, Dan 4.
So I've lost.
54. That's not right.
Well, I've done.
Maths.
No, I was going to sing 64 Zoolane.
Oh, okay.
I've lost.
I mean, you're tied first at the moment.
Yeah, but I'll be tied last.
Yeah. So this is, I guess this is,
Yeah. So this is it.
yeah.
Final countdown. I'll get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bunch of cunts.
I mean, if you sang it right, then yeah. But, yeah.
Final countdown.
Right, let's try this one.
Okay.
Through something, let's say a fucking wizard, because that's the easiest explanation, grants you invincibility for 3,000 years. But the catch is they send you back in time 3,000 years. So you will be invincible for 3,000 years, but that will end when you come back to this day.
Mm.
What do you do with your 3,000 years?
Deep.
You've basically got the whole of human existence, like civilized human existence at that point. So what do you do with it?
Well, the Earth is only 2,000 years old, so I'd spend the first... I'd spend the first 1,000 years floating around, waiting.
Okay.
I can't not think of things we've said before.
Yeah.
Guillotine Prime and all that shit that comes up towards the revolution.
So basically, you've got 1,000 years pre-Jesus. Pre-Jesus.
Breezes.
And then you've got about 30 years with Jesus,
Yeah.
and then the rest without
33 to be
Jesus.
exact, I think. Yeah.
Could I undercut Jesus?
Yeah, that could be your vibe. Like,
I'm going to go...
I'm going to do it first.
Oh, that's what I was going to... I was going to do the whole Jesus spiel
Yeah.
just literally a year before he does, just so he knows about it.
you're literally going to say you're going to go back in time with a Bible
Yeah, that's it.
and just literally go, Yeah, Genesis.
Put some
Genesis,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
it.
Tip exit, add some bits.
Because
That's it.
realistically, like,
Sam, Option One podcast.
yeah, you're just gonna like see that here's the book. It's the holy option.
There you go. I guess I would. But there's a lot of time to do stuff in it, so I'm gonna.
So I'd like to point out as well, invincibility means that like you'll still feel pain, but you won't die.
Oh, okay.
So like it's not just like you're
Like Deadpool.
yeah, kind of, I guess, but it's not like if you get crucified, bro, you're up there,
okay.
nailed up.
Right.
You're still going.
Are we
Yeah.
our constant age we are now, or do we grow
No,
a normal life throughout 2,000 years?
No. You are you.
Okay.
You are 29-year-old Kirk.
So
Okay.
so today is it the day that we get sent back?
Yeah.
And then once we reach this day again,
Then it's back to normal.
back to normal. So like
Oh,
when
okay.
we're born,
Yeah.
do we get to go and see our baby self? And then at this day we converge.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I'll take it
wow,
that way.
yeah,
Nice.
So there is still
I'm going
a
to
you.
bully my younger self. I'm just going to wait just under 3,000 years to do it.
So what are you going to do with the rest? Like yo-yo?
Yeah.
You'll be really good at it.
Teach the fucking the Jews as they're wandering the desert after being kicked out of Egypt to play poker.
Yeah. That'd be good. Go on like just world expedition, but just time it so that I cross over with these weird events and just be in like full tourist gear and like my goofy hat and my map.
So you mean there's a photo of you as the Twin Towers are falling, like like the planes flying in, and you're
Yeah.
It's like Forrest Gump film, isn't it? So you get in every clip in history.
Yeah.
And then you get today going, oh, yeah, there's me.
Yeah.
well, do you know what will happen with that, right? Is if you go down that route, they'll be like, the History Channel does like things that are definitely not history. There'll be like a fucking thing, and it'll be like, unsolved mysteries. Be an episode like, why is it that the same guy appears in all depictions of
That
art?
was literally going to be my thing.
Oh, was it?
Yeah. I was going to get myself into every drawing, every painting, every photo of time doing the same expression.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Everyone's going to go, you're a time traveler.
exactly. Because you've
And
seen
then
those
a 19-year-old's going to make a 20-minute video about you.
on YouTube. Exactly. That was what I was going to do. That was my challenge.
I feel like you've picked the same one then.
Yeah.
I had another point, but I've also forgotten it.
I'm just going with Up in Jesus.
Yeah.
Up in Jesus.
Going up in Jesus?
No. One-upping him.
One up in Jesus.
I mean, to be fair though, it's a vibe. If you're going to get to hang out with all the same people he did, you could be like, "Oi, Judas, don't be a prick."
That's it. But obviously not do the end bit.
Yeah. Well, what you do?
Work that bit out.
Do you know what you
Yeah.
could do? Is, to be fair, you could Judas,
That's true.
right? And then Judasing someone will be called
A Sam.
Samming someone.
Yeah,
Ah.
that's true.
But then you'll be like, so yeah, there was this guy, and he was like, it's the son of God, and he was so good, and everyone was proper chill with him. And then all of a sudden, he turned on his mate. It was like, "Fuck you" in particular, and then that guy got crucified.
So do we get prep time like before we get sent back? Or is it just like, you go on, see you later?
I mean, I'll give you prep time if it'll help you.
You get till midnight.
Yeah, so you can go do some research, go and find out some particular dates,
Yeah.
pop them in a notebook,
And wait
And wait.
2,500 years
and
for it to
wait.
come up.
Well,
Yeah.
it depends on the date, Like, when did they build Area 51? I'll make sure I'm there, ready to be built around me.
When we're 3,000 years back, are we here, like physically in this spot?
Well, yeah. I mean, I imagine you'd have to do a bit of traveling.
Oh, I'm gonna have to walk to Jerusalem. It's gonna take
Yeah,
ages.
Well, no, there's boats.
There's boats. Yeah.
Coventry and the West Midlands as a whole generally famous for its fantastic sea.
Yes, that's true.
Can we
But-
take stuff with us back?
Yeah,
in
I'll
time?
let you pack a bag.
A rucksack and a bike.
Ooh,
Yeah, take a bike,
Nice.
an e-scooter
So
that you
I'd say-
can't
well,
charge.
yeah, that's what I was thinking. I'll take a car, but then once that's out of petrol, I have to wait to use it again.
Like fucking Henry Ford's there building Model Ts, and you're like, "Look at my Audi."
To be fair, regardless of what we do with our time, we'll all be seen as, not only because we're immortal, but even if we weren't immortal, we would be seen as immortal because any disease that comes up, we've been given the vaccine for throughout, recent evolution. So when they start getting SARS and other stuff, that we wouldn't
Black
really be
Plague.
affected by. Yeah, we're like, okay, cool. Well, we got, we don't get that, and everyone would be like, what is up with you? I think we'd be like just brutally tortured and tested on for that entire 3,000
That's
years.
true.
So are you saying that that's your answer? Is you're basically going to get tied up? and-
No, I'm not saying it. I'm just saying that's what would probably happen to all of us eventually. They would just.
I think you could pull some really cool shit with it. Like you could basically become like because if you country hop, no one's going to know how old you are, and you
Yeah.
could basically become like a top tier military general because like you just walk out and like the knight comes and tries and chops your head off and it just stops.
Tis but a scratch.
Like bro, and then you just stab it
But
back.
do we affect the course of history then?
Yeah.
If I went and did something,
I mean, Sam's replacing Jesus.
okay.
Yeah.
fair, okay.
So
Just want it to be on clear terms.
why? What are you going to do? You're going to stop 9/11?
Well,
I feel like you're obliged to now.
I feel like I have to now. Yeah. Well, I left that. That's not on my notepad.
That's a pretty easy one to
I was
remember.
thinking. I was thinking like stopping anything going into slavery, like
Well, no,
going
you-
over to
what's it-
America.
So what you
But
gonna,
nah, bro.
what are you going to do? Stand in front of the whole of Africa
Hmm.
and just be like, no. And then like it was a boat tries to come around the side. You're like,
No.
No.
I think I would do all that normal shit, right?
And then I get on my bike.
But I would also stick up for like where in the instances that where the little man has failed. So, for instance, Justin, the guy who did the Pokemon theme, he only got paid the first flat fee and has never got any royalty since because Nintendo and Game Freak own it. So every time it's been played on TV, he hasn't got a penny. So I would think when that came out, I'd probably go to him and be like, dude, make sure they sign this. Make sure they sign this. Just so you get at least 10% of every time it's played. He'll go, oh yeah, cool. That'd be one thing. The guy who invented Candy Crush is not the game you play. Candy Crush was stolen from someone else. I can't remember what the name of the game was, but it was a very similar name, same concept. And then the guys who own Candy Crush just were such a giant company that just dwarfed it, took it over. I think I'd protect that guy too. Those little guys that were fucked over just from naivety, I'd save them. I know exactly when it's going to happen.
I'd do that, but take it for myself.
Jesus style.
I mean, I'm not going to lie. That makes a lot of
What
sense.
would Jesus do? Do you know what I mean? Yeah. It's all me, isn't it, with him? I feel like he would.
Yeah, I mean, it's not
Sounds a
about,
bit selfish, to be honest with you.
but it's not about
Write
show.
about me.
Because if you're not going to die on the cross like Jesus did,
Mm.
you got to keep Jesus in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
true. I'm going to get bored of that after a
Like,
while,
there's
aren't
no-
I?
It's going to be a
Got to do that for
point.
2,000 years, isn't I?
Yeah, and there's going to be a point where it's like, yeah, oh, yeah, what do we do? Oh, mighty Sam, and it's going to be like,
Oh,
Just fuck off.
Do what you want to
Well,
do.
you can just go
Just do what you want to do.
to answer this. You can just go on like 100-day pilgrimage or something. But like, I need to go do this to figure
But to
that
be
out,
fair,
and then
you
you
could
can just
also-
bugger off.
you could probably fuck with some people. You could be like, what you need to do is invent the internet,
Yeah.
and then just explain what the internet is, and they'll be like, right, we'll try,
Yeah.
and then
Would you make ancient Egyptian babe station?
Yes, that would be the first thing I do.
Nice.
Pictures on the walls. That's it.
Yeah.
I mean, I only know what I know. I've only got the knowledge that I know now.
Yeah. They'd write
So,
a message, then 2
you could
days
do
later,
like-
they've
yeah.
written back.
You could do like live dirty talking mummifications
That's true.
where like someone's like rapping it and it's like, oh, you like that, don't you,
Yeah.
baby?
Mixed with MILF.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Fuck's sake.
I'm not going to say the joke. I was going to do a very bad pun. But
So,
I'm going to do
yeah.
it. Fuck it. Fair enough.
Hey!
Oh, let me just deduct this point.
I wasn't winning anyway, so who
so
can get the least?
yeah, so that was
Can you remember what we all said?
Yeah, that was pretty wild. Okay, I think Sam, I'm going to give you the 3 points, mate.
Hey!
I think replacing Jesus, pretty good. Kirk, you're going for the 1, mate. Only because I've really struggled to kind of understand what your point was for a bit.
You riffed and
Ju-
took my idea.
Sorry.
He was just being a nice guy. That's what he's doing.
I was trying to be a nice guy. I was trying to play to your heart and be like, oh, no, let's get the Pokemon guy some money. And
Yeah, no, I mean, it was good. It was good. and I appreciate you doing it, but I'd quite like to watch Dan somehow manage to stop Africa being
I'd also like to
colonized
watch
by
this.
going, oh, whoop, whoop, It's just like in the middle of fucking like 10, like what is it, 1250 or something. Some geezer's there. He's just like, oh, we can't go. What do you mean? Well, we can't go to Africa. Why not? It's just there. Well, no, Dan.
He's in the way. He's on his bike.
What's a bike?
The wheeled demon.
Yeah, no, just like, I don't know how he does it. He's got this thing. He moves faster. So every time we move the boat to try and get onto Africa, he just goes,
He's invincible. We keep trying to kill him.
Yeah, like we've shot the cannons at him. He just kind of like brushes it off, gets a bit upset, and does like has to put the chain back on this bike.
Oh my god. So, at the end of this very special episode, James, you and I are on bottom with 5 points.
I'm glad that it wasn't just me.
No, we're both there. We're there together.
Love you, dude.
Dan, love you too. Dan, you're in 6, in second place.
I'm in
But
sick. I thought you said I'm in sick.
you're on 6.
Raven
You're in
and Amelia
second.
haven't even played. They've got more points than you.
But in first place is our guest today, Sam, with 8 points.
Hey,
Look
thank
at
you very
that.
much.
Wow.
Bit of beginner's luck there.
Yeah. Well, no,
I'll take it.
Thank you very much for coming on, Sam. Have you enjoyed it?
Oh no, it's been great. Yeah, I'd love to do it again if
absolutely.
if we're doing it again for sure. But yeah, it's been really fun.
Definitely. It'd be great to have you on again.
Yeah.
Maybe next time we'll make the effort to come to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do that.
Come on our podcast, give you a tour.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Let's do it. That sounds fun.
Yeah,
Great.
for sure.
Could we play the game with some of your guests?
Yeah,
Like,
100%.
maybe we could check a question in. It'd be quite fun.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, we'll see what we could put together. But
Yeah.
that'd be really cool.
Yeah, definitely.
And I'm glad you've enjoyed it. And please promote the shit out of it. We
Oh
need
yeah, I
your help.
will. For sure.
So
Hey, all the girls of Wave Station, share this now, please. If you haven't shared it, you get no more shit. Sorted.
and if you're
Listen to him.
and if you work at Babe Station and happen to be a cartoon character, please email smokyd420@gmail.com.
Oh my god. Yes.
Dug myself a hole.
Muck's on the edge, like
Muck's edging, what?
Max the one going,
right. Thanks again, Sam, for coming on. Glad you enjoyed it.
No, awesome.
And we'll definitely arrange to have you come back and see if we can steal that crown from you.
Yeah, nice one. Cheers, guys.
Thank you.
Glad you came and had a good time.
Hey.
it'll stick, I swear.
It will stick.
20%.
I'm glad I came.
20%.
So, thanks very much. I've been Thick Jim.
I've been Captain Kirk.
I've been Smokey D.
And I've been Sam Risley. Hey.
See you soon.